What's going on, PX community? I'm finally back with some new videos for you guys, and today we're going to be unboxing and trying out the HTC Vive. Now, quickly before I unbox it, just want to point out that this box is significantly bigger than the Oculus Rift DK2 or DK1 ever was. So let's go ahead and just see what's inside this thing. Oh. Ta-da! Ooh, we can use that for soundboarding. Alright, so right off the bat, getting started. We can play with that later. What's it smell like? It smells like new tech. Alright, so right off the bat, we're going to start off with these. Damn, these things are freaking huge. Holy crap, these things are huge. So these are the hand controls that you're going to be using with the Vive, and these are a lot bigger than I thought they'd be. Holy crap. You see, these things look a lot bigger in person than they do in videos. So we'll put those aside for now. Let's move on to the next pieces. And I believe these are the sensor bars. So I stand corrected. My cameraman just told me that these are lighthouses. So bam. Remove box number 1. Box number 2. Let's get these out of the way. And there's a lot going on in here. What the? Oh. We have cables, lots and lots of cables. We will deal with these later during the setup. We have mounting brackets. Oh, power adapters for the lighthouses, I'm assuming here. And that's it for this side. That's what it is. Holy crap. And the most important piece. Before we get to that piece, there is the link box, apparently. In here. Oh. Other fancy cables. So this is obviously the converter box, it looks like. There is a crap ton of adapters for this thing. Oh, these are replacement head visor pieces, lens cleaners, and more cables. Alright, right off the bat, guys, not only is the box bigger than the Oculus Rift was, there's a lot more cables than the Oculus Rift ever had. Now, the most important piece, the actual headset itself. Oh crap, it's got some good weight to it too. No, it's just all the wires. Holy cow. Oh, there's that new item smell coming off of it pretty heavily. So I'm gonna move this box the other way. Wow. If anything, it's actually pretty heavy compared to the Oculus Rift. It's actually got some good weight to it. Now, it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would have. When the design first came out last year, I wasn't a big fan of it, but looks like they made some improvements from the last one, and it's not that bad at all. And this is a shit ton of cables. Oh my god. Sorry. And these cables are a lot longer than the last one. Actually, let me see how long they actually are. So here's the headset up here. And the cables, well, let's be kind and just say they are more than enough. Holy crap. Dear God. Okay. You see, I was initially worried about the length of this, length of the cable. Like, will it be long enough for you to actually play in your room? And yeah, I can say this is more than long enough. Now, on top of the main cable, obviously, let's see what else they packaged in here. Additional audio cables. One of many power bricks. Another power supply. Oh my god. Another power supply! How much power does this thing require? Holy crap. HDMI cable. There we go. One visible thing. USB cable. A USB power supply. And another USB power supply. So apparently this beast of a machine requires a beast of a power supply because you need I haven't read the instructions yet, but from what I'm seeing, you're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outlets to run this thing. On top of the outlet you're gonna need for your laptop, and if you use the desktop, your monitor, 2 monitors, your speakers. Wow. That's a little ridiculous. All right, so let's go ahead and see how comfortable this thing actually is. So aside from all the wires, let me go ahead and just put this guy on. All right, well, just right off the bat, guys, the lenses are definitely different. And let me just, for the record, I have not really read up too much on this device. I just read a couple of the original articles that came out last year, and I actually haven't really looked into the tech. And I can just tell you guys right now, the lenses are definitely different from the Oculus Rift. How they affect the vision, I don't know yet, but we're gonna find out very soon here. They're not quite circular. They're actually cut in a different way. The Oculus Rift were actually full circles, and this one's actually cut down in the middle for some reason. I'm not actually sure if that affects vision or not, but we'll find out later. All right. This is actually a lot more comfortable. It's actually pretty heavy. I'm going to say right now, this is actually heavier than the DK2 or DK1 was. But the way it sits on your head, on the other devices like the Gear VR and the Oculus Rift, they have a band that goes around the back of your head. This one actually sits on the top of your head more so. And I gotta admit, it's a lot more comfortable. It doesn't really intrude on the ears either. That's actually one of the bigger issues I had with the other headset devices. And I guess, I mean, the weight is something that I think I can definitely get used to, but it's not too bad. Controls. Oh, jeez. Durable. Man, these controls actually really feel good. Now, enough with the unboxing. Let's go ahead and play with this thing. So what are my initial impressions of the Vive? Actually, it's very good, except for a couple minor gripes, especially the setup. So yesterday when we did it at my house, it took me and my intern about, let's say, a little over an hour to set up between all the firmware updates and all the things we had to figure out. And then today we tried to do it at my store while it was empty, and it took us about 2.5 hours to set up because you guys need to know the system is very fickle. It's very sensitive on what cables you use because we decided to try to use a USB extender and no longer HDMI cable, and the controllers wouldn't sync up. We went on to Reddit, we went online, tons of different forums out there, we did every single thing, nothing worked. And then all of a sudden we decided to use the shorter cables and try it in a smaller space, and voila, it worked. So 2 hours for nothing. But aside from the technical stuff and the setup process, the overall experience was amazing. Now, I can't really give a proper review without testing it even further and trying the other games out, but my initial impressions are virtual reality has definitely come a long way since the DK1 came out over 3 years ago. With being able to walk around the room, the immersion level is just phenomenal, especially with the hand controllers, because I can't stress enough how much the hand controls really adds another level of immersion in virtual reality. This is so amazing. The Vive definitely takes virtual reality to the next level. Now, initially when they announced it last year, I wasn't too impressed with the design. The concept was there, but I didn't think it was going to take off too well. But seeing it firsthand, I am definitely impressed with what HTC did, and I'm kind of wondering what Oculus is going to do to respond, because to be honest, other than the weight, and the setup, once again, there's a ton of cables. I don't really have other major complaints with the device. I thought the lenses were a little off, but when I put them on, pretty easy to use. I saw pretty clear. The only gripe is that I had to wear my glasses. So for those of you who wear glasses, you're going to need to wear your glasses when playing this device, depending on if you're nearsighted or far-sighted. But overall, all the issues that I had with the Gear VR and the Oculus Rift DK2, like the screen door effect,
the clarity, the motion, the immersion, pretty much have been all addressed. I guess the only thing that really limits this device is that you can only run so far in the game. You can't really truly move around the environment because you're kind of limited in the square that you've pretty much set yourself with the sensor bars, but that's something that I know that will be addressed in later iterations. So we're going to get back to finishing this office of ours so we can get back to, number one, shooting more content for you guys, and two, being able to properly review the Vive for you guys. So with that said, thanks for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate your time watching our video. Be on the lookout for future videos in the coming weeks about the Gear 360 podcast, Gear Fit, and some other reviews that we plan on doing in between the construction time. Well, thanks for watching that video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely, we're working on the new space and content for you guys as fast as we can. But you can go ahead and let us know that if you liked this video by leaving us a thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already done so, please do hit that subscribe button for more content in the future. And lastly, if you have any comments, questions, or feedback in general, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below, and we'll do our best to get back to you. But until the next video, here's the last one. We're there. We're there.
Welcome to LPX cooking time. What are we cooking today? HTC Vive! すごい!